Hey guys, so I understand today is Thanksgiving, so totally didn't know that. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I thought Thanksgiving coincided with Black Friday for some reason, so I totally thought it was Friday. But if you guys are joining us today for Thanksgiving, just in the evening, welcome. What are you doing? Are you eating your turkey? And also, now you guys can hear me, hopefully, and let me know how the sound is. Today, I have a very special guest, Benjamin. Seems like maybe you want to be called Ben? Yeah.
Benjamin, either one.
Yeah, Ben is the CEO and one of the CEOs of OnlineSalesPro, and his company is around 5 years old, and he knows he knows how to get sales, generate leads, and he's done it for over 70,000 clients. With that said, I kind of want to ask you about the way that I start off is welcome, Ben, to my group and my audience. So glad to have you here.
Thank you.
The first question I want to ask you would be, let's start off with your origin story. How and what got you inspired to get into this crazy world of helping others get leads? I feel like most people would start a consulting have some consulting business to help get leads, but you guys are like, let's have software. Which is going to the more extreme side of helping people get leads, more automated side. So tell me what got you into this crazy world.
So thanks for having me. That's funny. So I started out years ago marketing for myself and doing like an online course, and I was in the finance area for a while. And then when COVID hit, we pivoted, and I got this company with some founders that had started it in 2015. And I'd gotten lead sales and customers for myself for a long time using using Facebook ads, Google ads, different types of SEO, manually reaching out to people. And so I figured that this was the best way to really like leverage what I knew, was that kind of getting into this world. And as I got into it, I realized like we have this software that really helps people. But the key is like they need to know where to get those lead sales and customers. So a lot of the challenge has been kind of how to communicate that to people so that they understand it pretty simply, because there's so many options like that are out there now that people just go, like, I'm not sure, where to go, do I go on Reddit? Do I go on Twitter? Do I go on Facebook? And to start there, and I can keep going if you want.
Of course.
Okay.
And hey guys, if you guys are just jumping on, #live, let me know. If you're celebrating Thanksgiving, then #Thanksgiving. Let me know in the comments. Because I want this interview to kind of also be interactive, because we really want to help you guys. And just so, Ben, so you know my audience, they're filled with affiliate marketers. How do affiliate marketers get more leads? And software owners. A lot of them own simple software. So how do a software owner get more leads? And a lot of them own Facebook groups, and they are getting leads through Facebook groups for their coaching and consulting. So
So along the affiliate lines, I think there's a friend of mine. He pushes a lot of affiliate deals, and one way that he does it in the beginning, and I don't know where people in your group are in their journey, but a lot of the ways that he gets leads is he literally manually reaches out, and he has a number where he reaches out to 33 people a day, and that comes out to 1,000 people a month. And out of that 33, he always gets one that's somewhat interested every day. So at least one.
And this is done through Facebook Messenger?
Facebook. That's it. Facebook, Instagram, wherever your platform of choice is. But he literally went from like, he can start any. So the key to affiliate stuff, in my opinion, is whatever you're promoting as an affiliate, always add your own stuff to it too. Like bundle it with a book from Amazon and your course and an hour-long session together in this, wherever you want it to be, plus whatever it is that you're selling. And once you do that, people don't just see like the affiliate thing you're selling. They're like, oh, you know, like now I know how to get, like, people are like, I want to buy that, and that. And I only have to pay like whatever it is, $30, $100, $1,000. So for affiliates, like I always tell people to take our software because we have an affiliate platform as well. That's actually really nice. Pretty world-class, actually. They've done a great job building it. But basically what we encourage people to do is to take that and bundle it with something else and that goes hand in hand. So if we're a lead generation software, don't bundle us with another lead generation software. Bundle us with an hour of coaching. Bundle us with, you know, a 12-month contract. Go to a car dealership and say, not only am I going to support you, but I want you to use OnlineSalesPro. So you bundle those two together and you help these car dealerships get lead sales and clients. And the powerful thing with our platform is the follow-up. So you can set up these custom pages within a minute. So whatever your software is, I mean, I'm just using mine for an example. If somebody else has one, I can literally off the top of my head tell you what the deal is. But then on the other side, what was it for getting leads for software? For software leads, the main thing I think initially, and this is the scary part, like you have to be brave enough to niche down. So who exactly is your audience? Who's using your product or who could use it? And a lot of times it's just kind of asking that open-ended question like, would you use this product? Is this something you would use? Would you be excited about it? How would you use it? And I would never recommend to people to go to like real estate agents or insurance agents because they're just being hammered. But if you know, they have so many people coming at them from different angles. So for software, like let's say you ultimately want to get real estate people, then I would just narrow down and say, I want real estate people that only sell $150,000 to $300,000 houses that, you know, and you just keep going down the line. In fact, there's a really, really, really good Reddit article. Do you want me to drop that link in here?
Yeah, sure. Drop it to our private chat.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Like it was super helpful for me to, you know, kind of follow along, but it just like, I'll give you an example real quick so that, you know, you don't have to read it right this second, but like, you know, this guy said like, basically like, if you're selling to businesses or consumers, it's all about perceived value, right? So if it does these one of 5 things, right? If it saves time, makes or saves them money, the adoption is simple, it's easy for you to incorporate it into your life, it adds transparency and allows for bigger insights and provides data, and then it provides joy or enhances their life, that's what you want. So to give you those things, Uber hit all 5 of those. Uber, so it saves them time. No need to call a cab company. Number 2, makes or saves them money. Number 2, saves them money. No more guessing on price and subsidized rules. Number 3, how easy is it to incorporate? How easy is it to adopt? I just download the app on my phone and add my credit card number. Number 4, where's my ride? That's transparency. Number 5, give me an easy way to get a ride when parking is tough or when drinking's involved. You know, I have somebody there to take me home. That provides joy or enhances my life. Uber hit all 5 of these points, but what you realize is like they narrowed their target super, super deep. Mm-hmm. Super deep. And they said, okay, here's exactly where we're going. We're going to the person that needs a cab. And they just focused on providing those 5 benefits. But yeah, like for SaaS, I don't know where people are. Like, do you have advanced, you know, marketers here or, you know?
Yes, I do. Okay. So what I'm searching for specifically is For affiliates, when they're like a beginner, then it's like bridge page and bonuses and kind of reverse engineering the way other people have gotten more affiliates for that. And then for software, what I do know to go for beginners, it would be to give away a chance to win something and then gamify it and then build that list really quickly and then relaunch to that list. And then, it would make sense to go directly from B2C to B2B right away, have both offers right away so that you can increase your cash flow. Because that's how my journey with GroupConvert started. I was like, okay, I can do $10 a month, or I can charge $297 a month or $500 a month for this higher licensing package. So I was able to increase the cart value and get more subscribers that way because I'm leveraging the list of my B2B clients as well. So like tactics like that, I'm like searching for tactics that most people won't know about, and talking to the people who are like middle in the road.
Well, if somebody's a beginner, those topics are going to be pretty advanced, right?
Yes.
I feel like a beginner. So real quick, I feel like a beginner marketing software or affiliate stuff, a lot of times you should almost somewhat copy somebody else.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, this looks like it works. This guy puts up a landing page on ClickFunnels or wherever, OnlineSalesPro, whatever, like Unbounce. You put up a landing page to grab emails, but the video there for an affiliate would be the affiliate video. And then you put your face so that they know like you're promoting it. That's the bridge page. Then they get in, they see the content. Then you push them over to purchase this person's affiliate thing. I think that's a very simple model. But the key there is, for me, on the beginner side, I think a beginner is going to benefit more from building an audience first. Building a list, like give away like a PDF blueprint about whatever it is that they're eventually wanting to sell. And PDF blueprints, like, a PDF, they get leads like crazy, just FYI,
Yeah.
So I would just focus on spending a couple grand building a list, and also like going on Instagram and especially now TikTok. And one of the tactics I've seen, like where you can grow an audience pretty quickly, is you can kind of screw around with your content, get 9 to 12 pieces of content on your page. If you're just starting out, this is just for beginner, and then from there, what I've seen is one of the things that I've tried is basically like once you have a piece of content that's doing better than all the other ones, take that and go out to a big influencer and pay her $250 that she wants to repost it. Okay. And then watch this, build a list of 10 to 20 or however many other influencers you want that are smaller. They have, instead of 100,000 followers, maybe they have 10 to 15,000 followers, right? Or 20,000 followers. Or maybe the big influencer you gave that piece to, that you paid $250, maybe they have 500,000 followers. But then you get 10 or 20 smaller ones and you pay them $5 each to repost that big influencer's post. That's the magic.
Oh, repost the big influencer.
Repost the big influencer's post.
So they don't have to create their own content.
It's correct. It's $5.
No
and they just
way.
go, yeah. Yeah, and then you'll get millions of views because you're tapping into the network that's already there.
Oh man, that's a good one.
But I think that's a beginner strategy.
Oh, I haven't even tried that. I mean, for me, most of my audience I've just been focused on one platform super focused on one, and maybe, oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
At what point do you feel like we should diversify beyond the one platform, or do we just stay forever on one platform and it's totally fine? Or should we diversify right away at the very beginning with these beginner tactics across multiple platforms?
Yeah, there's this guy, Charlie, I worked with a little bit just for a minute, and we went on a walk here in Charlotte. He's actually he's kind of a celebrity. He's got like a couple 100,000 followers, but he said his thing is boil one pot at a time.
Yes.
You know, and then you can, don't try to boil the lake. So I just think once that pot is really hot and you feel really good about it, and there's a lot going on, a lot of engagement, don't lose that, but start boiling another pot, because all I see other platforms to me is just other people's ways of consuming content. Like at night, I spend time on TikTok. On my computer, I spend time on YouTube. During the day, I look at Instagram here and there, right? So there's different ways that people consume content. So I don't think, it just depends, where are your people, you know? If they're all on Facebook, then stay there. But I mean, you can always do like a long piece of content on Facebook, and then just have an assistant like snip it up into 5 to 7 pieces and put it on all the other platforms. But don't worry too much about it. Just get your one pot boiling and keep it boiling. But I don't know. Like I feel like.
Oh, by the way, hey Glenn, hey Al. I just want to say hi to everyone who's here. Hey guys, you guys are just jumping in. Let me know. I saw you guys #live. Ask me very specific questions about where you're at right now, and then and where, like, what do you plan on being for, like, how many leads do you want to get, or how many sales? And then we'll see if Ben we'll pick up a question and ask Ben. But I have a lot of questions myself. So
yeah, do it. Well, one of the ways too, as you're building it, beginner or advanced, like I know this sounds crazy, but like wear a pink hat, wear a bright green hat, but always wear that hat.
Oh my gosh. Let me
always. Yeah, there you go.
No, like this is what I wore at the beginning. I wore like this hat all the time, and I met this guy, Kevin David.
Yeah, I know Kevin.
Oh, you do, Kevin?
Yeah.
The ecom guy, or the guy that has a lot of hats?
Long story short, and he may deny this, I taught him a lot about how to set up courses and stuff before he blew up. We were in a private group.
Oh, interesting.
Ask him. Be like, you know Ben Brinneman? Yeah, oh my gosh.
Well, I met him at ManyChat, live, the conversations, or that live. And when I met him, he's like, aren't you the girl with the hat? Like, that's what he said. And I feel like, oh my God. Like I wore a hat that knows my software.
It can help. It can help. Like,
back to the hat.
Yeah, I would. Now that hat's great. I would probably pick a hat that long-term and professionally, no matter where you go, you're going to be able to wear this hat, like in the airport, here, there.
Oh, you're saying a professional hat, not like a silly.
No, that hat's great.
Shark hat.
That hat's great, but I'm saying there's this guy, Chris Record. He's a marketer, big marketer. All he ever does is wear an orange hat.
Oh, I remember.
Every call, everything. So, or Grant Cardone calls himself Uncle G. I've been watching him for over 10 years.
Yeah.
So he's kind of labeled himself. But that's one way, is to, like, how do you stand out from people?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Keep going.
Glenn has a question. Hey, Glenn.
All right.
It says, why should we use OnlineSalesPro?
Well, I don't know what I don't know what you need to use it for, but it's just, it's like a very simple version of, like, it's not ClickFunnels. It's like
a combination of,
if you're
setting up super fast, right?
Oh gosh, I mean, if you're let's say your business is real estate and you call yourself Real Estate Glenn, for example, you could have realestateglenn.onlinesalespro.com with a real estate landing page set up in 2 seconds. And the thing that sets us apart from everybody else is as soon as you get a lead on your landing page, it notifies you on our app and it goes cha-ching, and basically it allows you to text, email, or call them depending on what data they gave you. And you can set up pre-filled out texts and emails. And the reason I would use it is if you're going for like something robust and you're a power user, oh, Glenn, I love it. He has OnlineSalesPro.
Okay. Well, Glenn, let me know how you're using it, because here's the thing, Ben, and this is like, I don't have OnlineSalesPro, but I have level, and it to me is such a big learning curve and all the texting and everything, which I'm going through, which is fine. But like, I don't know. Like,
who do you have? You said Go High Level? Who do you have? Go High Level?
It's called Go High Level.
Yeah, Go High Level. Yep.
/ it has like kind of like.
It's for an agency. It's for agencies.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, ours isn't like high tech. Ours is for follow up immediately with your leads and close a deal. Like when I first started, guys, like I'm telling you, it's this easy. It's this easy. I set up a landing page with an OnlineSalesPro. Very easy. It didn't cost very much. And I basically tweeted 20 times a day about something, giving value. 20 times a day. And in the first month, and I would just follow people. I would look for people that I liked that did the same thing I did. And I would follow them. And then I just tweeted value. And by the first month, I had 3 people. So I had a bunch of emails come in, like 30 emails come in. They would come in. I would email them, boom, right away. I'd be watching like my CRM, and this is back in 2009. And I'm watching my CRM going, okay, is there an email? Yes. And I'd email them, go, hey, John, nice to meet you. Love to chat with you. Then the next person, hey, Kim, nice to meet you. What's your story? Would love to chat with you. That was it. And 2 or 3 responded. And that's where I got my first 4,500 in sales in my first 30 days launching my business. And then the following month, I did 15 or 20,000. And I had nothing else. I had a cell phone, a bunch of tweets that I was an expert in something, obviously. You have to be an expert. Like, I mean, if you're not,
who's that crazy man tweeting?
Yeah, who's that crazy guy? Yeah. So, like you got to drop a lot of value for people. And then I went and validated myself. I went and got an interview on MarketWatch, and I wrote for thestreet.com. And once that happened, then my tweets plus the validation, people came in and I helped people. And if they wanted more help, they would have to ask for it. I wasn't like, hey, want to go sign up for this? No, I was always like, hey, if you guys want to learn more, jump on my newsletter. And then eventually when I did ask, hey, is anybody interested in coaching? It'd be like 30 days later, 40 days later. Because here, I don't know if people are beginners, and people that are advanced know this, but if somebody's a beginner, you have to remember, it takes about 18 digital touches for you to warm somebody up. And again, using Charlie's words, he said he calls it mom status. So the first time you meet somebody in person, you're like, oh, hey. Second time, you're like, oh, hey, what's up? Third time, you're like, oh, dude. Right? And then like the 5th or 6th time, you're like, dude, what's up? It's good to see you. And that's what you need to get, but it takes a lot more touches digitally. And when you get to that spot where all they do is mom status, moms talk trash to your face, but tell everybody that you're amazing.
Oh, I really like that.
Okay? Like they literally are like, you piece of crap son, you're the worst son ever. And then they turn around and tell all their friends, he just got accepted in school. He's amazing. He's so smart. So you want people to turn into that, and that takes 2 or 3 weeks of staying in front of them with content.
Oh man.
And after that, after you stay in front of them for 2 or 3 weeks with content, then you can make your ask. But don't expect much if you're just starting. But the key is stay in front of them a lot. And don't burn yourself out. Don't do it all yourself. Like, set up, if you have email, maybe you're the one that writes the email once a week or twice a week, and then you just schedule those, okay? But after they're scheduled, you can set them into an automation for anybody new coming in. They're now being nurtured with those emails over time. I used to have 100 email sequence that would go out to people over the course of 3 or 4 months. Literally, you're just getting 1 email a day, and it was awesome stuff. Links to other people's content, like on YouTube. And so the point is, once all that stuff's going out, then what happens is, don't get burnt out. Like, if you have to do Facebook posts every day, find a way to not do it every day. Find somebody else to do it for you. Be like, I'll pay you $12 an hour, and let's add a tracking URL with Google parameter or whatever. And if we can track that the sale came from my Facebook page because of your posting, I'll give you a bonus. And now they have a way to track it. I don't know if you guys use Google Analytics or any of that stuff.
I use LinkTrack, ClickMagic, and use LinkTree. So I use LinkTrack.
Yep, you got it.
Software. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, Glenn and Stefan. I see Stefan is on here. Hey, Stefan, do you have any specific questions? Stefan has been marketing for a long time. So is Glenn. Glenn came from the old days of SEO and setting up websites. So I think for the most part, what I'm trying to get at is not like beginner stuff. I'm trying to get at like more like intermediate, more advanced golden nuggets when trying to get leads. And the things that you said, which is that Instagram thing, that's really cool to me.
Yeah.
Also,
here's one for YouTube.
Cool.
Here's one for YouTube that I've never heard before anywhere.
Yeah.
Let's ask everybody. When you upload a video to YouTube, what is the step you got to take to make sure that it gets hard coded into their system and the keywords show up for what you want it to show up? And you probably won't know what this is.
No, I probably don't.
When you upload a file to YouTube, what's the file called?
You like the name.mp4?
Yeah. And a lot of
people,
people,
name I name it?
Yeah. That's so wrong.
No.
The name of the file you are uploading should match exactly what the title of the video on YouTube will be that you researched.
No way.
Yes, because that immediately hard codes into YouTube's algorithm. And when it matches up like that, they go, you know what? This is what we're going to rank it for. And a lot of people will put mp41235.mp4.
Yes.
Or Camtasia Shark Hat on phone.mp4, when you really wanted to say how this girl blew up on social media with zero money. That should have been your title.mp4. Oh, look, you put file name.
Glenn knows. Glenn knows this.
Yeah. So that's a big one. Another one that I've seen that was really helpful was so like as far as like getting leads, you can go, this one's kind of a hack, but you can go to like, I don't know what kind of leads you're looking for, but like, let's say, hashtags are big too, Glenn. If you're looking for like a specific client that's pretty big and you're trying to like get in with a marketing director somewhere to get your product out to them, whether it's software or a coaching program or something, to help their group be better, where do you find these marketing directors? Well, the ones that I found that work the best, and I did this back in the day, if you go to Upwork or FreeUp or any of these sites, and you put in budget of $5,000 or greater on your job.
No way. So you're targeting people who are constantly hiring, but at the higher end.
Yeah, so 5,000 and up. And then what you do is on the posting, the marketing director will get sloppy sometimes. And on the posting, they'll just put the name of their company. And you can call them up and say, hey, I want to talk to the marketing director. I saw that you posted on Upwork and you're looking for web work, but I've got something better for you. Because you know they're open to ideas. They're trying to grow.
I think people have used that on me.
Oh, really?
I got messages saying, oh, I saw your post.
No messages. Call.
No way.
That's the difference. Because they're inundated with 64 applicants, 42 Facebook messages, and 25 LinkedIn messages. I find their phone number and call them up and go, hey, Karen, this is Ben. I saw you on Upwork, just letting you know. I'm not here to get the job that you posted for. I saw that you're trying, I'm assuming that you're probably trying to grow. I wanted you to take a look at something with me. Do you mind setting up a Zoom call with me? And they usually will do it because they're open to ideas. It's not their money, it's the company's money. And most companies, they'll allocate about 20% of their budget to marketing, especially if they're $5 million a year or more in revenue. They'll always allocate about $1 million to marketing. And you can also search like angelslist.co and find people that have been funded, recently. They're spending money left and right, and these are SaaS companies, just like you or me or whoever. These are SaaS companies that want help growing lead sales and customers. So they have a budget already set aside that they have to spend. Otherwise, their investors fire them or piss them off. They get pissed. They're like, you're not spending my money. I could have just left my money in my account. And they just raised $30 million on Angel's List, right? Or wherever it is, wherever they raise money, and they get listed there on TechCrunch. And now that they are willing to spend money. I'm trying to think like other ones that are like super intricate are like, never send your traffic straight to a sales page unless you have a really warmed up pixel. First, send them to a blog that has an inconspicuous link at the bottom for people to click on to go to the sales page. That one's worked like hotcakes for me for years. But don't tell anybody, y'all. Like, keep that in here. That's don't tell anybody.
Wait, what about stuff like Black Friday? Are you saying to your email list,
No.
to a blog, or what are you saying?
No, I'm saying on a Facebook ad, run traffic to be like, here's why you need to use a light ring for your selfies. I've got one on right now. You guys can see the light.
And you own the blog? You own the blog?
Yeah, you own the blog.
Okay.
You send them to the blog with a really well-written blog about why they should use a selfie light and how it could help their conversions and blah, 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 blah. Or whatever the article is. It could be, here's why you should send one email a day. Here's why you should get your Facebook group more engaged. And here's why Facebook groups aren't dead. And they read this article, but at the very bottom, there's a very inconspicuous, it just says, if you want to learn more about how to do this, click here. And it's only one link on the whole blog at the very bottom. So what that tells you is the person that's in pain, right? You guys know, like, if somebody's in pain, they want to move towards pleasure. So if they're reading this article, they're going, yeah, let me click there. But their wall's down. Their psychological wall is down because they didn't come there to be sold. They just came there to read a blog. And none of the blog was selling them. It can't sell them. And so they read this whole blog and they'll click on that. and they'll go to the sales page, and that's where you can pixel them and then retarget them, and you'll get really cheap traffic.
Yeah, because yeah, they read the whole blog. But usually a blog post, aren't there links everywhere, like home and
yeah, that's the point.
Other things?
On your blog post, you remove all links.
So it's kind of like a sales page.
No, it's
really.
A blog post.
Oh, okay.
If they want to leave, there's a home button, but you don't have anything else besides that.
Okay. So
I'm running it right now. It brings in money every day. I'll show you. This is.
You can share your screen. Let's see.
No, this is. Oh, I'm not going to share where it is.
Oh, okay.
But this is a very slow one. Let me see. This is just this week. We did 970 in revenue. I can't. I don't know if you can see it.
I'll just believe you. Can't really see it that well.
It says 970, and then for the month, this strategy brought in about $4 or $5 grand, but we only spent $1,200 on Facebook ads.
Oh, that's great.
And it just trickles in. The idea is that it's not a big scale up fast. Yeah. It's just a trickle. So the idea is like people keep seeing this blog ad over and over and over, and you set a very low budget and let it cook slowly. So $20 a day, let it cook slowly. You know, let the pixel warm up over a month, 2 months. And then as the more purchases come in and come in and come in and come in, that pixel starts to really learn who your audience is, and they go out and find more for you anyway.
And is it to software or this applies?
Whatever you want. I would say like the key is for Facebook ads to work, you need at least $100 offer, in my opinion, for the course, and you need a very high conversion. So you really have to have it dialed in, but minimum that funnel we're running to is $100 or more. I'll give you an example. Here's one that works like hotcakes. There's this guy I've followed. He runs a Facebook ad straight to an iPhone photography course, just to give you what it is, for an example. And he sells it for $99. Well, who doesn't have an iPhone? I mean, everybody has one. So this ad works
for Android. Okay, well, continue.
Who doesn't have a phone for photography?
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. Like, so the whole world has a phone. The whole world could take this course and learn to take better pictures.
Yes.
So that's why that works. But it doesn't work when you're trying to sell, in my opinion. Facebook ads can be very tough for SaaS products unless you're giving a lot of value up front, and then you have, like we've talked about before, you have a high ticket product on the back end. You know, that it can be very difficult. But the key is that if you want, like in my opinion, if you don't have SaaS, which a lot of people don't, if you want to make money, you need to get people's walls down before they get to you. Yeah. Like with Facebook ads. So a lot of times I'll run an ad and be like, hey guys, here's a 5-minute video on how to do this, this, and this. No ask. Anybody that watches 75% of that video, I'll have Facebook show them another video. Be like, hey guys, here's step 2 in that process if you saw the first video. But I always show the first video picture in picture. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'll show the first video that I showed them in the first place so they remember, oh yeah, I remember watching that one. And then they watch the second one. I call it a Facebook funnel, Facebook advertising funnel. And then the third video is the offer. It's like, hey guys, you saw those 2 videos, and then you show the 2 videos that you did. And then the third one's like, I wanted to show you, like, I want to go even deeper on this. But remember, you can't sell them the thing that you just trained them on.
Yeah.
You can't be like, here's how to do TikTok. Now come buy my more advanced TikTok.
Because then you feel like
they've already done it.
Oh, okay.
So you can't ever sell them. You have to say, hey guys, here's how you do TikTok. Now come buy my 10 years and 10 pages marketing blueprint. This thing is amazing. This will give you the blueprint for where you need to go get more lead sales and customers, which is what their original desire is, which is why you taught them about Instagram or whatever social media platform you wanted to. And what you have to also be careful of, and this might be maybe the biggest tip I give you or anybody, you have to be careful of your own biases. Like in your head, you're like, why would anybody want to watch this? Because all we do every day is see this stuff everywhere. And at night we think to ourselves, does anybody believe this stuff anymore? But then you meet somebody on the street and you're like, do you know what a Facebook ad is? Do you know what a pixel is? Do you know what an affiliate offer is? And they have no clue.
Yeah. I have a friend in SEO. He teaches SEO.
Yeah.
I send my people offers, and the highest performing offer are the get rich quick money offer that I feel is so slimy to me.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that converts the most.
Yeah.
So I lose all faith in humanity.
Yeah. It's brutal. It's so brutal.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. My thing is, with whatever you're doing that you're putting out there, try to make it the highest quality on every touch that you give to somebody, because then it's every time they read your stuff, they're like, oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes, this is awesome. And then they just, at that point, they're in love with what you're doing. Versus you're not trying to cram anything down people's throats, because people are too smart these days. And you're not going to build the best community if you try to. There's a famous saying, if you drag people in, they'll drag you out, right? So if you're forcing people, you have to buy this, but it doesn't work that way. But if you're slowly and methodically putting out great content, and every once in a while doing launches, or now this may be different if somebody's an affiliate. There's a ton of people out there searching every day how to make money online. I get that, and that there's a big market for that too. But if you want to build brand, which will last years and years and years, everything you put out has to be pretty good. But at that point, that means you know who your audience is, And obviously, I think you guys know who your audience is. But I don't know if that makes sense. But
no, that makes sense. It also reminds me why YouTube videos are so such a big thing, because it is dripping out a bunch of value over time.
Yeah.
And then eventually people know, like, and trust you because they see you all the time. And you're not
exactly
all the time with that method.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
So, all right. I have personal questions.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, how do you consume what you learn now? How do you choose how to consume data now that you're at this stage where you know how to get leads? Are you learning how to get more leads, figuring out more tactics and ways, trying to keep ahead of the curve? Or how are you consuming your education right now? Are you investing in masterminds? What's the best way for you to kind of navigate growing,
Yeah. That's a good question. That's a good one. I've never been big into the masterminds. Mm-hmm. I've never been a big advocate of that, because I feel like the fundamentals are there, and you can get a little edge here and there when you go into masterminds, because you hear about things people are doing that they're not doing anywhere else.
Yeah.
But for me, I guess the relationships I made, and maybe I need to do this more, but for me, the relationships I made years ago, I focused on making relationships with media buyers.
Interesting.
Only.
What?
Yeah.
Media buyers only.
For a long time. Yeah. Because I know how to, okay. What are the three things? Here's my thing. You need three things to make money, right? You need leads, then you need a great offer, and then you need to know how to close and sell that offer.
Yeah.
And then there's, on top of that, there's a lot of other things. You need to know how to build a team.
Mm-hmm.
So there's all these things. So my main thing is I've tried to surround myself in person without paying for some crazy mastermind. So so the guy I work with right now, one of my partners, he owns a $100 million company. And every once in a while, he'll put me in touch with some random person that also has like a 10, 20, 30, $100 million company. And you pick up like these super high level things, which is a lot of it came down to like just doing one thing for a long time. Like across the board, all these people, my best friend's best friend is a billionaire. Okay, my best friend, he's 53. He was my best man. We met at a bar like 10 years ago when I was like 28 and he was 38 or something, 40. And then he was my best man and we were hanging out. His best friend's a billionaire. And his best friend has only been doing a hedge fund for like 25 years, only. This other guy's only been doing insurance for 30 years. This other guy, it's always the same thing over and over and over. So to me, it's like one thing that concerns me lately that I keep trying to learn more about, but then I realize it's all the same still, is for a while I was like, crap, things are getting harder online. Like Facebook shutting down people, everybody's making it more difficult, for people to succeed online. But then I realized, no, it's still not that difficult. You still have to give great value away. You still have to have a great offer, run ads to it and test, and then you'll figure it out. For me to consume content, I look at YouTube videos, I dig through different people's playlists, I read books. I actually skim books. I won't say I read books, but I skim a ton of books just to see like, I also follow like a lot of people that are really, they don't have big audiences, but they've got a lot of revenue. And I try to like pick up clues there. I listen to podcasts. Like one of the best podcasts I've been listening to is that Anthony Pompliano. Here, I'll spell it. But I do this for like, I'm listening for like finance and entrepreneurs and things like that. Because I feel like, Kim, I may be wrong, but I feel like if you go read what all the marketers are saying, you don't learn anything new. If you just go, because then that's what everybody else is doing. Like I like to follow off I've texted, do you guys know who AppSumo is?
Yes.
I randomly once every 6 months to a year will text with Noah Kagan, the founder.
Yeah.
But he's big, like in the marketing and like software world, he's big. True. But like, what am I going to learn from him? Well, what did I learn from him? I learned that he's very against spammy marketing tactics and marketing things online. I learned that he has built a team. He's all about like delegating and building a team.
Yep.
And again, he's been doing AppSumo for years and years and years and years. And it's just now grown to the point where he's kind of handed it off. I worked directly with a guy about a year and a half ago for almost a year, over a year. He had built a massive net worth, and we worked directly on a startup together. And what I learned there was about team building. So it was about, and watch this, I find this fascinating. Maybe you guys don't find this fascinating. To me, like when I was with this person, you kind of like can model what they're doing. And you can, like when you're with them in person, this guy's in his 50s. Do you know how many times a day he would call me? He's the CEO of our startup, and we have 10 people working for us. You know how many times a day he would call me and everybody else on the team? How many times do you think?
No idea.
Take a guess.
Like team meetings, is it like a team meeting or like a personal phone call?
How many times do you think we communicated per day?
I don't know, at least twice.
7 to 10 times a day. And he would call everybody on the team that much as he could daily. And like, I wish I knew who I was talking to, because I want to be careful of like what to say.
Sure.
But what I've seen is these leaders, when they drive their mantra in, like, here's where we're going, here's the vision, here's what we're going to do. The more they repeat that to the team, the more the team stays on the rails and goes forward. The more they repeat the vision. All right, Kim, in the next 5 years, this is where I see us going. We're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing this. If I told you that every day, a day, once or twice a day even, eventually you just stay right on the rails. And that's a huge lesson I learned, was these CEOs. I've got a buddy that runs a huge company uptown. They have their employees and people on the rails. They are focused on one thing. So to me, like, the way I intake learning is to go and try to find somebody local to me at the really nice bars, right? You go to the nicest bar you can and just get a freaking Diet Coke if you have to, right? And get one drink and a bunch of Diet Cokes and Red Bulls, get pumped up, and ask people, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? And when somebody falls in line with what you're looking to do, maybe they're CEO, maybe they're a marketing person, be like, I'd love to stay in touch with you. These are the ways that I've grown personally, because I feel like you can't replace that with a YouTube video or a mastermind or whatever.
That's interesting.
I'm
like, I invest in masterminds, so I invest
which is good.
And they're pretty expensive, but I'm just thinking, even when I am in those I like it due to the live factor. Like, I can interact with all these other people live, but now that COVID hit, it's all virtual now, and I'm like, damn it. But I haven't tried finding someone super local or
it can be a lot harder. But the way you do it is you get an office around these entrepreneurship hubs, and you will find people. I'm telling you.
That's really cool.
Like, look at my sick office. It's a huge co-work sharing space, or a co-working WeWork.
Mm-hmm.
And you just meet all these incredible entrepreneurs, and you just learn so much from them. Like, it's the fastest way. The other way, here's another little hack I use to grow quickly. Whatever friction I have in my business, I go pay $100 an hour to somebody on Upwork to spend 1 hour with them to pick their brain on what the frictional piece is. And in that hour, they're going to give me some of the best tips I've ever gotten from anybody. I called this guy up. He wanted to charge me $500 an hour. And he said, I'll give you a free phone call. Well, the key was I was prepared. And I basically said, here's my question. This is the offer. Does this work? Yes or no? And I already knew the answer. I just needed it confirmed. And he goes, no, you need to single it down even further. That was it. I paid him $50 because it took me about 18 seconds to get that answer. Like, I go to Upwork. If I'm having a Facebook media buying problem, I go, hey, I do all the work, 95% of the work up front. Me and a partner and a couple other people. We do all the work first. Then we go hire the expert to go, look at this for an hour. What do you think? Oh, well, your ad copy doesn't align with this. Your audiences could be tweaked. Blah, blah, blah. Done. Because I already know how to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
And most people already know how to do this stuff. But don't spend like $5,000 for somebody to be like, you should buy Bitcoin. I was buying Bitcoin at $200. Now it's at $20,000. Okay? Like, I don't need you to tell me that. You know what the next hottest thing is? Pokemon.
What?
Yeah, exactly. You don't even know. Like, Bitcoin was hot. Bitcoin's going to 100,000 or more at some point. Pokemon cards, the Charizard, it just sold for $250,000 to Logan Paul. There's this fascinating sector of 18 to 22-year-olds going crazy with entrepreneurship. And they're using, you can look them up on Instagram. It's called Cookology, Cookology. It's fascinating. It's all these flippers flipping Nikes, Jordans, Pokemon cards, stock trading. And it's this world of flipping where they're using bots, and they're using bots to like pre-fill out their order forms on Shopify. They're using what's called monitors, which are these bots that they built that go on Reebok, Nike, all these other sites. And these monitors literally like alert them when something's ready to drop. Like tonight, you know, here, I'll tell you, like, hold on, let me pull this up real quick. For example, like tonight, these new, here, I think it's tonight. So like these new Supreme Anthero skateboard shoes come out tonight. They sell for $60. They resell for $80. So these kids are buying them for $60 and reselling them for $80. And by the way, the next hottest thing that's going to come out that I'm way ahead on is Discord. It's going to be hotter than Facebook groups. It's going to be hotter than Slack. I'll show you why. Look at this. So in this group,
Discord server? Yeah.
Watch this. In this group, check this out. This is crazy what they have here. So this is just ridiculous, okay? So they've assigned what's called categories, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so you take the emoji in the category. So if you want the profit flips category to be added to your chat, you type in the emoji icon and click enter, and it unlocks that chat for you in your Discord. So it allows you to have like multiple rooms, but you only can unlock the ones that you're interested in.
Oh, wow.
It's super weird. It's like, I don't know if anybody here has used, like, remember when Twitter came out and you had the hashtags and the @ symbol and you were like, what is this?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like, why am I using, so then you can like literally, here, I'm trying to see. Yeah. And then they call it like roles. So like then in roles, you can unlock all the different ones that you want to be part of. Then you go down here, and whichever one you want, you select it by just clicking on one of these colors. And that also unlocks other things for you. And then it puts you in this group, and there's only one chat area. So now you know these people are literally interested in what I'm interested in. It's super bizarre, but like, again, there's all these places that are opening up. You can go, is it called, just Google like Discord chat rooms for pay, like paid chat rooms, and you can find secret marketing chat rooms where people are charging $30 a month and nobody knows about them.
What?
It's a whole nother world. You got to remember, the internet shifts. So you got to look like, where's all the 18-year-olds going? Because all the 28 to 50-year-olds, we're on Facebook, and now we're like kind of, TikTok maybe, you know, but like, where are the 18-year-olds? And they're literally all on Discord and Twitter.
Wow.
It's bizarre. And so I try to follow them, like, where are they going? This group I'm in, they have 700 people paying $40 a month minimum.
Okay.
Yeah. So this kid, he's a kid in New York. He's 19. He's doing like 28 grand a month just on the chat room.
What is he offering for the Discord chat?
Flips. I made $3,000 this month flipping stuff that he had on there. I bought Pokemon cards that he suggested. Like he suggested,
okay, guys, do this, and then whoever is to do it in the group, they are getting results.
So like tonight, they're suggesting that you go buy a certain, like, they're telling you where all the PlayStation 5s are being released.
Yeah.
So if you want to know how I'm learning, this is how I'm learning. I'm trying to find, right, just so that everybody knows I'm still on topic and I'm not going all over the place. But like,
we're going into like Pokemon cards. And
right. But there, I guarantee you, there are little marketing groups starting up in there that we could have access to, and they've got the latest stuff.
You know Trends, the Facebook?
Yeah, I'm in that. Yep, with you. Yep.
Oh, is that how I found you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Trends is similar. Trends is like the Discord for, like, it's for the older people that have the real businesses, in my opinion. Trends is really good.
Yeah.
But it's like Discord. Yeah.
So it's kind of like another channel, like a valuable area where people are listening to each other and they're charging.
Okay.
There.
So Facebook is limiting how many people can see your posts.
Yes.
Discord, once you set up your group, everybody sees your posts. It's like a Slack channel.
Oh shit.
Why would you want to be in Facebook growing a group that gets limited and not everybody, you don't get 100% engagement? When if you set it up in Discord, you'd have 100% engagement with no worries of the algorithm ever shutting you down. I'm switching there. That's where I'm taking my whole group at some point.
Interesting.
So we're setting up the roles now. Like, are you a marketer, affiliate guy? Are you a course creator? Do you sell alpacas in the middle of Wisconsin, if that even exists? You know, like, what are you a small business owner, retail, brick and mortar? And then you click on the ones you like, and we'll give you content that you like according to those.
Oh, wow. Very targeted.
Very targeted, but it breaks the group up into, like, it's, you know, it basically breaks out people into groups that they'd actually want to be in. Why do I want to be in a group of affiliate marketers when I'm a small business retail store owner and I'm interested in forums, text messaging, and manual reach out? But yeah, I still use your software. I'm not. I'd rather talk to 30 other business store owners, brick and mortar owners that are interested in the same thing I am. It's like a Facebook group, and you break it out in channels on the side. Trends is trying to do that. And I actually talked to one of the guys that runs Trends about doing it in Discord, because I was like, you're breaking it out in these Zoom calls, which is awesome. But, you know, they're doing the breakouts. But anyways, that's how I'm learning. I don't know how old you are. I'm guessing in your 30s. But in our 30s, we have to be really careful, I think. And even in our 40s and 50s, we got to follow the young people. We still think we're young. We're not 18.
So you're saying follow the young people, even if your software is for the old people?
Yes, because you want to see, like, I'm not saying go do what they're doing. I'm just saying make sure you're keeping track of it. Make sure you're keeping track of it. Because if your stuff is for older people, that's great. But there may be a better way to set it up and deliver it. And that's where I was like, oh my gosh, like if I paid attention to Discord and help people in Discord, it would serve my audience much better than a Facebook group would. Facebook's a little, for me, it's great. Like, you can grow and make a lot of money with it. And a lot of people can do that. But I'm saying, like, at some point, you know, it's going to be nice to have, like, groups are going to evolve. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
And I'll bet you Facebook, if they're smart, they'll change their platform so that you can just do it all there. And I think they will. In fact, I think one of the best ways you can get, like, from what I've read before, for the highest Facebook group engagement, is just DM your members. Bring it all into chat, right? Because they will open that. Yeah,
that's one of the growth techniques that we just implemented recently, because at first we were like, oh, you know, you don't want to bother them. But then we saw that when someone joins a Facebook group, they're joining for a solution, not trying to hang out. You know, they're not trying to be part. They're more like, I want to solve this problem. That's why I'm going into this group. So if you DM them right away and say, hey, we have a solution for you. We took the time to like create it and it's thing, then they'll look at that and they'll say, oh, wow, you have that? Okay. And then that would be their very first point of contact with you where they'll consider it. But what we've discovered is that it doesn't take like 18 points. It just literally takes the very first point to the Loom video, to the offer, and it's like straight into, you know, the solution. And it doesn't really matter that the price point can be high ticket. But that's what I found in the Facebook world, world, which is pretty,
that's huge.
But it's pretty crazy. And hashtags, Glenn, his Facebook group is growing at a rate of, like he grew his group to, 48,000 members, from 140 people to over 48,000 in 2 months. It's just a Facebook group about woodworking. That's it. It's like a community group. A project group? Facebook group.
Private group.
Yeah, it's not a public one. It's people have to request to get in.
So how did he grow that? Through hashtags, I guess?
Yeah, he's been putting hashtags for a while. And it wasn't until October that Facebook took, decided that hashtags are important. And then now his Facebook group was like this for a long time until October, until Facebook decided the hashtags were important. And then it shot up.
Oh, wow.
So, that's something that you might not know, that just happened recently with Facebook.
Wow.
So now I'm like,
I didn't know that.
Dude, you need to go back and hashtag all the posts, because when you create a Facebook group post, you're not thinking about hashtags at all. Like literally, hashtags don't exist in the Facebook group world, more like Twitter and Instagram, right?
Right.
So Facebook changed their algorithm to prioritize hashtags.
That's pretty cool.
So that's one of the growth hacks.
Interesting.
That maybe you'll employ, who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
So my interviews are usually 1 hour, and I respect your time. I know you're over there. And I usually ask like a lot of more personal questions, but I feel like we just jive about just tactics, and I really love that. It's so you've just been giving a lot of golden nuggets, and the thing that's really important that I learned from this interview is I delegate out stuff that I do repeatedly, and then I delegate out things that I feel like I need to get out of my own way in terms of physically being there, or but what you said about like paying $100 for someone on Upwork to you give them, you do 95% of the work up front, and then you pay them to figure out what that is, is.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't do that as often as I should.
Yeah.
Oh, I pay like a lot of money for a mastermind.
Yeah.
Paying like $100.
So that frictional pieces that you're hitting, a lot of times, I really believe like in the beginning as a small business owner, if you're doing decent revenue, like 200,000 to 500,000 a year or more, you should be doing a lot of the work. But wherever delegation happens, in my opinion, like before you hand that off, like make sure that whatever task that you're doing, have an expert come sit in and give you another opinion. And that's where the $100 comes in, because it allows you to fill in the gaps that you wouldn't have known about, like you do 90% and they bring you to 100% for 1 hour. That's all it takes. I have a guy, when I did Amazon years ago, and I met this guy for 1 hour every Friday, and it was incredible. Like I learned Amazon faster than I would have ever taken a course, because I was just doing stuff. I was like buying from China, doing this. And then I'd be like, hey, Jay, how do I have these 3 questions this week when I was doing stuff. And he goes, oh yeah, you do this, 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 and this. And as I got into it, I realized like the thing that he was good at was like all the really technical parts of Amazon. So I said, hey, do you think, and at this point we had a really good relationship and I liked him. And I said, do you think, and I trusted him to bill me okay. And I said, can you work on this at $50 an hour, whatever your rate is? And he took on that piece for me. So it's almost like this person that's filling the gaps for you. It's a way to also interview people.
That's really good.
You know, and like as they're helping you on an expectation that they're getting paid that $100 per week, okay, they know it's coming in. If they disappear on you, that's not your person, because they're not putting any skin in the game mentally. They're just there for, they just want the $800 or the $5,000 gig, which is fine on their part. But if you can find somebody that's like, look, I'll work for you, like okay, between me and you, maybe this doesn't go out to the group. I don't know what position people are in, but like what you want to do, Kim, is when you talk to these people at first on Upwork or whoever you're hiring, to make it work, you need to pitch them your 1 month, 6 month, and 1 year and 3 year vision. They need to be able to physically and mentally see where you are going. Once they can see where you're going, that's the vision, then you come in with the question, hey, can we meet? I'm trying to build this massive thing that you told them the vision on. Can we meet once a week for the $50 to $100 an hour, whatever it is? And I would love your help to fill in the gaps wherever I'm struggling. And I'll promise you to meet you every Friday at 11 a.m. every week, nonstop forever, and see what they say. Because if they go, you know, I'm not really interested, that is not your person. They didn't like the vision. They didn't want to help you. They were greedy. They wanted to gouge you, in my opinion. But if they go, I love the vision, I like you, Kim, and I like what you're doing, I would love to meet you every Friday for that $50 to $100 because it's steady for me, and I'm cool with that, and I'd love to help you. After about a month and a half, 2 months, you're going to learn more than you've ever learned before, and you're now going to have a potential future employee that you go, you know, this hourly thing, I know it's high. Can I get you at $25 an hour for 30 hours a week? Can I get you at $15 an hour for 50 hours a week? And they go, dude, I've been waiting for you to ask forever. I have 3 people that work for me like that right now.
No way. That is so different in terms of hiring. Because
I don't believe in, like, I've got 3 girls that work for me. We're on a limited, like, I told them, give me a month or 2. Let's see how it works out together on a once a week basis. One's doing this, one's doing writing, one's doing that. And as we've started to work together, I keep pitching them the vision on like what we're doing. And all of them are like, Ben, no matter what you do, I'm all in. And I'm actually getting ready to make an offer to one of them to work for me because I'm so excited about her work. She's just been so on point and just almost like on a trial basis. But because she saw the vision, she was okay to like meet with me once a week. And now I'm like, I can use you a lot more. Do you want to take a look at this? She's like, I would love to. Do you want to take a look at that? I would love to. Can you do this for me? Yeah, that would be easy. I know how to do that.
But if they're such an expert and they're charging you like, well, you know, they're charging you X amount, then why would they go and work for you? Because most of this is my own like assumptions, you know. Like, why would they work for you full time?
Because your vision is better than theirs.
Ah!
That's why.
Oh man, that's a great answer. That's true, huh? Sometimes
they don't have a vision. They're just trying to make money. I got to get the diapers on the kids this week. I got to pay the bills. and you go, hey, look, Kim, watch this. In 2 years, I want to talk to you about this, okay? I want to become the direct competitor for the Hyperloop. You know, the speed train
Yeah.
that they're putting in?
What?
I want to become the direct competitor, and I've got a billionaire that's committed $100 million to it. Are you in? You want to help me with the marketing? I'll pay you 300 grand a year at that point. But do you think that's something you'd be interested in?
What are you doing? Are you asking a question? What?
Yeah, I'm going to pay you in 3 years from now. I'm going to pay you 300 grand a year to run all my marketing for this Hyperloop competitor. Are you in? Yes or no? I've got the money.
No.
You're not in?
Well, yeah.
Maybe. Okay, so Kim, what I need you to do is, over the next couple of years, I want you to help me kind of put together the plan. And we'll meet once a month. And I'll only take an hour of your time. Does that sound good?
Oh, yeah. I mean.
See what I did?
Fun. Yeah, that's good.
I'm getting a micro commitment from you of an hour a month. And I'm giving you the vision, which is 3 years out. I'm going to be backed by 100 million. And I'll pay you 300 grand a year to do your dream job anyway. But you get to now change the world. Imagine that Kim C. Dang is the one that like did the marketing to be able to like speed up travel so that people didn't have to like wait on a bus anymore or fly and take 6 hours to get from LA to New York. They only took 45 minutes, and our tube got them there. Our Hyperloop got them there, and you did the marketing for it. So now I've given you the vision, but now I'm asking you to meet me once a month to come up with that plan.
Oh man, that is so good.
Yeah, and now you're like, yeah, I'll meet you once a month. Now you're excited.
I have time once a month, you know?
I can easily do once a month. So my point is, when I pitch somebody on working for me, I'm like, look, here's where we're trying to go. We're trying to get to 100, 200, 500,000 a month. It's going to take us a year or two, but I'd love to meet with you, and I'll pay you for your time once a week or once every 2 weeks to just help me make sure I'm on the right track with what I'm doing. And it's always a yes. Now, if it's not a yes, then that person is nuts.
Interesting.
Or you don't know how to pitch the vision.
Yeah, I mean, that could be
it.
Like
so once you do the macro, watch. Once you pitch the macro, the big picture, it takes people out of the weeds and they can see where they're going. And then you give them the task, which goes back into the weeds. And the reason they always remember why they're in the weeds is because of the big picture that's leading them there. Why am I doing this annoying task on Facebook and getting banned with my ads? Because I know where I'm going.
Yeah, that is so good.
That's what I learned from my $100 million guy. If you want to know how I learned stuff, I don't learn it from books. So if all my people know where they're going, they're cool with being in the weeds, killing it on these minute, annoying editing tasks and little paragraph tasks and writing tasks and Facebook posting tasks. Dude, how do you think Richard Branson and Elon Musk get the best people in the world besides money? They have a huge vision.
Yes, they do.
So that allows people that are back in the weeds again to keep doing what they're doing because they see where the ship's going. I'll go back under and row because I know we're going to paradise.
Oh man, my mind is like.
I know.
Because like you're
a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with that.
Approaches that are different, like different way to hire, different way to think about.
Yeah.
Team building.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like a lot of entrepreneurs don't know how to do that part, which is the hardest part. How do you get great talent to stay in the weeds for you and stay focused? Not crappy talent, great talent. You have to know where the ship's going. And they do too. And once they know where it's going, they're like, dude, I'm in. I'll do whatever it takes.
Wow. That's very mind-blowing.
Yeah, Yeah. It's powerful if you know what to do with it.
Yeah. I feel like for me, I tell them where I want to go.
I would say
like,
I would say pitch match macro, then assign the micro.
Then assign the micro.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love it.
Yeah.
Look at all this stuff. I'm gonna start implementing.
Yeah, but that part, go try it on a team member tomorrow. Be like, hey, here's where we're going in the next 2 years. I just want you to know where we're going. It's going to be big. It's going to be great. And I'm excited about the future and what it holds. Forget 2020. We're moving forward. Does that make sense? And make sure you say that. Does that make sense? And they go, yeah, that makes sense. I love that. Do you love that? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 9. Get a verbal confirmation from them and then go, okay, I need you to write this article, or I need you to post in the Facebook group. Do you think you can do that? Boom. They'll do it in a heartbeat. They don't need motivation after that.
Wow.
You know, so a lot of entrepreneurs, in my opinion, they miss that. And by the way, a lot of that is taught in the corporate world. Go read Zig Ziglar. Go read, what's his name? Who's the big guy on leadership? John Maxwell. He's written like 30 books or something.
Yeah, like Blink.
No, that's John. That's
some other person.
That's Malcolm Gladwell.
Okay. No.
Yeah, John Maxwell is like the 22 something of leadership, immutable laws of leadership or something. But he's got like 30 books. So does Malcolm Gladwell. You know, but like, yeah, it's I mean, it's good. It's honestly like, I promise you, like, you can be, look, Kim, you can be in the weeds every day and killing it. Why? Because you know where you're going.
Oh yeah, very clearly in my head.
Yes, in your head. But you have to verbalize that for your team so that they jump in with the same enthusiasm every morning as you do. Even though your task may be messy or your processes aren't that good, your training may not be that great, they still jump in with enthusiasm when they know where they're going. Otherwise, you'll churn a lot in your employees. You know,
I have team members that have stuck with me for like 7 years and things like that. But I don't employ what you're saying. I think I don't employ as much. I think I do it, but not like religiously, not like every time, all the time, every week. It's kind of like, hey guys, this is cool. We're going to do this.
yeah. And hey, but you did it. Hey guys, this is cool. This is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
But get more detailed on that. Like, where are you going in 6 months and a year from now?
Oh, yeah.
Tell them that. Like, you know, share that. But that's, you know, a lot of times or like, I'll talk to other people. Like, if you're not in the team building space, a lot of what you're trying to do is just leverage your time. Like, time is so important, you know? You're just trying to leverage your time in business. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but.
Oh, okay. What are the things that you feel like, so something I got from you, Golden Nugget, is
sure.
Before you delegate, or as you're doing the delegation process, you should have an expert sit in on that and see if that's the right way to go about it. What about like, oh, I guess that answers my question. What are the things you feel you should hire out? And what are the things you feel you should like learn yourself? It sounds like you are learning yourself from an expert, and then you have the help of that expert go and either help you directly with what you're building out, or help you in hiring, or help you in making sure that process that you're delegating out is the right way of doing it. Versus finally going at it, thinking that throwing something on the wall and seeing if it sticks.
Yeah. So have you ever heard this term, a jack of all trades is a master of none?
Yeah.
A jack of all trades is a leader of many. That's my saying. So if you know how to do all these things, you can then at least lead the people that are assigned to it. And I think assigning the things to these people takes a lot longer than most people think. They think, oh, I'm just going to outsource my support from day one. Well, how do you know how to outsource your support from day one if you don't know the top 20 frequently asked questions that people are going to ask? You need to be able to build that list out. You know what I mean? So like, I think outsourcing and delegating, that takes time. No matter what, a lot of people don't have big businesses, but when they do, that delegation process takes a long time to find the right people to be able to do that and build the processes for that. And a lot of those processes, your first hire should be an incredible project manager. One that lives, sleeps, eats, and breathes project management. They read books at night about project management. They sleep with it under their pillow. This person lives in base camp. You see what I'm saying? They live in base camp. They live on a daily morning Zoom meeting. They live for taking your tasks, whatever's coming out of your mouth, and documenting it and assigning it. That's your main first hire, in my opinion. As any team you need somebody obsessive and you need to pay them a lot of money. But in my opinion, like, how do you know what to delegate if you don't know something about it? Something. And that's where the expert comes in on Upwork. They can speed up your learning process from 2 years down to 3 months.
Yeah, no, that is for sure.
But if you're not a beginner and, then the thing is, if you want to shortcut all of that, you need to go to somebody that's already built a very successful business identical to yours and go, what are your processes you have in place? Because I'd love to steal those or pay you for them so that I can go ahead and build out my team, because I don't know what I'm doing here. So there's two sides to it. If you're just starting out and you want to do everything, every human, in my opinion, is DIY. Do it yourself. That's why Pinterest is so huge. But then eventually they realize, I can't DIY everything. So then at that point, that's where they start to delegate some of the stuff that they've learned. But I think you really need to know your business back and forth. It's like a baby. You got to know, like when my babysitter comes over, I've got 30 things that I tell her that she's got to do. And I write them all on paper. Do this, she goes to bed at this time, she eats this, she does that. But if you don't know how your baby works, you can't tell other people how to run it. But if I went and got another mother, not a 13-year-old babysitter, right, or a 15-year-old babysitter, if I go get another mother that's had 4 kids, she's going to know exactly what to do with my kid for the most part, 90% of the task. So if you don't want to learn from scratch and you want to delegate everything, my thing is go find somebody doing exactly what you're doing and stalk them. Freaking call their business and see if you can buy it, like whatever your business is, right? Chrome extension plus this and that and the other, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Go find somebody doing exactly that and try to buy their product from them. Get on the phone with their customer service. Try to work backwards on what their processes are. So if somebody doesn't want to like learn all this from scratch, that's the easiest way to do it, is to ask a million questions. I've got a great quote. I sent this to my partner the other day because I felt like it was super, super appropriate. But here, let me see if I can pull this up. So this girl wrote here. Oh my gosh, Ben, come on. Where is it? Boom, boom. Okay.
Oh, guys. Hey, Maxwell. Maxwell says, I'm all about hashtags. I feel like
Nice.
talking to you directly, Ben.
Yeah, probably.
Hey guys, thanks for sticking around. I know that usually my interviews are 1 hour and this is like over an hour, but it's super cool. I'm learning so much. I mean, I'm not a beginner in business, and I have employees, but it's like the way that the way that you're saying these things to me, I feel like it's like preach. You gotta
It's different.
think about it, you know?
Yeah. There's this girl. She said the number one reason that most business owners are very, very, very successful has everything to do with how many questions they ask.
Hmm.
Do you ask 3 questions or 30? Like,
Well, in an interview, a lot, but
yeah, but I'm saying like
for life,
if you meet a girl or a guy that's doing a business just like yours,
yeah.
ask 150 questions and have them ready, because like, and here's the thing, Kim, a lot of people struggle with that. A lot of people struggle with critical thinking. That's all business is. How do I solve this problem? How do I get around this roadblock? How do I
A lot of people are not creative. That's just the way of the world. You think most people are creative, and that's not the case. That's not true.
Yeah, it's a fine balance. You have to blend the two very carefully, you know. Creativity with execution. Creativity, you know, because otherwise you get shiny object syndrome and you're just going down this path, you know, buying Bitcoin and Pokemon cards.
Is that what you're doing?
Sometimes.
Oh man.
I don't know. I've got a lot of other interests, but what our main thing is, like, I just talked to my media buyer. He just texted me. He said, I love that an alpaca breeder just signed up for our course. An alpaca breeder. He said leads are coming in at $4 a lead. And all we just had a simple blueprint that we put up. And literally, I took a picture of a blue background and wrote, come grab this course. And that was the ad. Like, and it works because it's very simple, you know. But anyways, that's kind of going back to the beginning of this topic. So you're in Facebook, you guys are growing the groups through hashtags. Do you do promotions and things like that? Or what are you guys doing to grow?
Well, one of my Chrome extensions helps you get emails from Facebook groups. So, and usually those 3 questions that gets asked when people come in, they take that and they copy paste. So the Chrome extension lets you do that automatically and send it to a Google Sheet. And then now you can automatically talk to your people. So I have thousands of users all signing up to grow their group. So that's why part of me interviewing about growth and leads is because it ties into helping my people get better. But in that experience, I'm learning all these things from my users as much as I am teaching them. Like, I'm teaching them the things that I learned from the insights that I see because I own the software, and I talk to my people. So so hashtags are something that the Facebook algorithm just changed in October, and it's causing explosions of all these groups because of hashtags. So one of my users, Glenn, actually, he was here earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but he, using SocialBee, he scheduled out posts with hashtags connected to RSS feeds of the top 3 blog posts that are relevant to his group. And he just have SocialBee go and do it. And then for the longest time, his group was just 100 and something people. And he set it off and he forgot about it. And then now, because Facebook changed the way that they sell hashtags, his group is exploding. And he's like running to try to monetize from it, because before, in October, it was 140 something people. And then after the middle of October, now it's over 48,000. Just like, bam.
Wow.
So that's something to think about. And so I did an interview with him last week. And it was just like, hey guys, this is what's going on. And you guys in my community with my software and learning about group growth, this is a thing that happened, like a rip in the matrix, you know? So, and so I'm always interested in, because that's a very quick way to get leads. If there is an explosion towards Facebook groups with hashtags, that means that when someone comes into your group and you can grab their email right away, and you can send them a message, and you can be in their inbox right away, the first point of contact, then, you know, you don't need a huge group to monetize. But if you have this huge traffic influx that's organic, you could sell anything that, you know, that you want, that your group is revolved around. So I teach my people how to get more subscribers with their simple software too. It's called Chrome Boss. And so it's this 3K like course that I have. And when I'm teaching that, I'm like, okay guys, this is how you get subscribers. And one of the ways that you can do that now is in the 3 questions of your Facebook group, you could say, hey, do you have software? So for you guys, I don't know if you asked this in your Online Sales Pro Facebook group, but if one of your questions are, hey, do you have Online Sales Pro? Let us know. This is what it does. It helps you get leads, blah, blah, blah. We've helped over 70,000 clients. And here's a link. Even though they can't click on it, it's very like OnlineSalesPro.com. And they will think about it. They'll tell you yes or no. And you'll have like thousands of people coming into your group telling you yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And then for all the no people that gets pushed to a Google Sheet, you have the no, 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 no's. Now, when you send them their first email, because they're going to give you their email anyway, due to giving them this high value freebie as part of your question, like give us your email so we can give you that PDF case study or whatever. And they will do that, but they will say no, that they don't have your software yet. You send them an email that's like, hey, I saw that you said no to this question. You don't have it yet. Go ahead and click on it. You get a 14-day free trial, or we have a special deal where we have a 30-day free trial or something that extends it for them, or some bonus if they grab it now. And so you convert people just flowing into your group to learn about getting leads. Just converting them into like customers. You know? So that's one way for software growth. Come again?
As long as you can get the Facebook group to grow,
Yeah, which you can do now with hashtags, but you know, there's certain things like keywords. Make sure your Facebook correct keywords so it can rank. And then you can also run ads to a self-liquidating offer on the front end, where it's like a $27 thing. And then the thank you page would be sending
them to the Facebook.
Or be even a Easter egg hunt, where the front end of the Facebook ad is, hey, do you want to grab that thing? And then they'll click on it, and it sends them into a messenger bot that says, hey, that thing is inside the group. And when they're coming into the group, it still asks you for the email. They have it yet or they don't, blah, blah. And it's like the Easter egg hunt that leads them to eventually get it.
That's super cool.
So
I've done that. I've done that one before.
Oh, the Facebook ads to the group or messenger?
Messenger. And then the other one I did that worked well was I just gave away a course within like a ClickFunnels course. So at the bottom of the course, though, it's like, hey, if you want a summary of everything that's going on in this course every week, here's the Facebook group.
Oh.
So they already got their value, already got their email. They already got their value. But if you want the summary, the cliff notes, because you're lazy, because everybody's lazy, click the Facebook group below.
Oh yeah.
That one worked really well.
Summary, get the notes.
People are lazy, man. That's what you gotta focus on. People are real lazy.
I learned from Marcus Campbell. He's this affiliate marketer for like 20 years. He said that people will pay for information packaged differently.
Oh yeah.
And
dude, think about P90X. You remember that?
Yes, but I didn't. It's an exercise.
Yeah, but
thing.
now think about Peloton. It's an exercise thing. It's just packaged differently.
Yeah.
Here's what a marketer I read about once. He said, you will never be able to create a desire in someone. You'll just be able to appeal to the desire that's already there. So in other words, like if somebody wants to lose weight, they want to lose weight. You can't make that up in them. They had to make that up themselves. Your offer's job is just to appeal to that desire and pull them in your direction. In other words, your job as a marketer is just to put yourself out there in front of the people that already have the desire for what you already have. And that comes in many, many forms. Like you just said, packaging information in different forms, books, different front end funnels, blah, 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 blah. You know, buy my hat, you know, buy my shark hat or dolphin hat or whatever you have on. You know, like, and I'll give you the 3 videos that, or, you know, whatever it is. But I always like also on front end funnels, if anybody's an affiliate or software person here, on front end funnels, I always like to drop ship on Oberlo. Do you guys know what Oberlo is?
I've heard of Oberlo, yeah. Or
use something like AliExpress and plug in AliExpress into your front end funnel on ClickFunnels and drop ship a bracelet like this. I'll show you guys real quick. This one really, I mean, I got people years later that are like, dude, my kid still plays with your bracelet.
No, you dropped the bracelet? What does that have to do with like the
along with my PDF.
Oh, with your PDF.
Yeah, if you pay like $7 and you get something physical, and that way they can't charge you back either. Hold on, I'll show you this. Let me see if why are you not letting me? Oh, here we go. So like, I would sell, and Kim, where are you located?
Southern California.
Oh, okay. So I would drop ship this along with a few videos and such, and it was just $1 rubber bracelet. I think some of them glowed in the dark, and it said "Never give up." So I would drop ship it using AliExpress and have an assistant put the order in, and it actually I've got a product. There was a product that hooks up with ClickFunnels to do it automatically, and I would drop ship this to their house, and that would put in a physical aspect with my brand with them, which was they didn't forget my brand. They'd always see this bracelet they would wear. And
that's kind of like free plus shipping with like a book or
exactly. I mixed it. I did free plus shipping, but it was for a course front end offer. So they got 3 videos and this bracelet and a journal from China, from AliExpress. And I charged like $7.99 or $9.99, and I broke even on that. And then they got into the funnel where I hit them with some upsells.
Oh, so you don't have to spend time writing a book.
Yeah. Man. But this one was a great offer, because then people don't forget you as much because it's sitting there in their house all the time.
That's a good branding technique. Branding.
Yeah, or you could put
boxes, like the one funnel away. If you buy that, there's a box and things. My friends would send those out but they charge $100 per box.
Oh wow! Okay. Challenge. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Well, good stuff. Let's do this again.
All right. I was wondering when you like would be like, okay, I'm done.
No, I can go 2 more hours. I don't even care.
No, I need
You got to ask questions.
That's true. I've been asking questions, and but yeah, I really appreciate this time.
Yeah.
And, it's been
Yeah,
awesome.
absolutely.
I really like hanging out,
Yeah.
talking.
Super cool.
And so, so where can they find you? And let's just leave it at where can they find you, and what's your vision for
Yeah.
next year? How big is this vision for?
Yeah, I mean, pending leads, like, we want to try to get, we want to try to get thousands and thousands of subscribers over the next year, pending like media buying not being a problem and our offers working. And then if you guys want to connect with me, definitely go to the OnlineSalesPro group. I'm in there a lot. Facebook.com/groups/OnlineSalesPro. Here, you want me to drop a link in there?
Sure.
Okay.
I can drop it too.
Okay. And then if you guys have any questions about whatever, just let me know. I'm pretty open book.
Yeah, you guys. And I noticed some of you guys already have OnlineSalesPro. OnlineSalesPro has been around for a while. And it's really cool to, I don't know, to me, it's so cool to get your perspective on the things, because people are so different.
Yeah.
The way that you think, and even if it's advice that you've received from, your mentors, it's still, unless I meet and talk to you, I would not be really exposed.
Yeah.
That's also why I feel like that's why people keep going, you got to have a podcast. You got to make your own podcast.
Yeah.
It's because how expanded your mind would be if you're talking to, every single week, let's say, talking to.
Yeah. And it's,
people.
I mean, I don't know. My thing that I tell everybody about entrepreneurship is just try to learn something new every week, and just keep pushing. And literally, if it's failing right now, it doesn't matter. Like, get a job, but keep doing that thing that's not working right now, because eventually you'll figure it out. I mean, I believe in that more than anybody. I feel like entrepreneurs have like huge weeks and huge months, and then they have lulls, and then they kind of figure out where they are. It's crazy. It's a journey for sure, but test a lot. One of the things that I will say that I forgot is I read this white paper where they researched like how Twitter was able to come back from, like, they were almost bankrupt. And Twitter did, so most of these other companies, like, I'm making this up, Microsoft, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, they ran 20 tests a week on different parts of their website and this and that, and tweak the site, tweak this, tweak the way things were delivered to customers, the DM box. They do 20 tests a week. Dorsey implemented, I think, 100 tests a week or 120 tests a week. That's mind-blowing. Like, that's 120 split tests a week. And that was how they were able to come back. And so all that tells you is the more times you test per week, the faster you get to your goal. In other words, the more times you fail per week, the faster you're going to get to the thing that's working. And once it's working, leave it. Don't touch it. Like, if you have an ad that's working, don't amp up the budget. Just duplicate the ad and increase that budget. Leave the ad that's working, Like, don't touch it. Like, my goodness. Like, if your group's taken off, don't go do Instagram,
Yeah.
Like, just keep doing the thing that's working, because eventually, like, that's a very hard place to get to. You don't just fall into that. You got to test into that, So anyways, well, good stuff. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Ben. Have an awesome.
Great chatting with you.
And I'm going to click end broadcast.
Okay.
That's it. All right.
All right. See ya.
Go to Online Sales Pro, you guys. All right.
All right. See ya.
Bye. Oh, yeah. If you liked that video, then you will love all the resources that I have over at kimcdang.com. That is KIMCDANG.com. There you will find all my courses, my extensions, all the offers that I have, as well as a lot of free resources if you are just getting started.